How we doing today? Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having a wicked day. Hope you guys are rocking. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, and TikTok, making things happen. Doing the doggone thing. Bingo, bango, ing. What's up, guys? Hope you're having a wicked day. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. We are rocking out. Team Canada, big win at the World Juniors last night. Booyah. Let's do it. NHL had their the outdoor winter classic yesterday in Florida. It's funny that they would have an outdoor hockey game in Florida. But I don't even know what the rink was actually. NHL Winter Classic Arena in Florida. Yeah, what did it look like? Damn. 2 days ago, All-Star game? No. Lone Park. Pick a random NFL team. A random team is really the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're kind of just there. They don't really have anything really going on. Sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. They're about as random as it gets, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah? So there you go. That's what I say, Craig. You don't even have to. $100 is 50,000 TikTok coins. Bada boom, bada bing. Nice. Actually, that's all right. It looks different here. You know what I mean?
You didn't put any music on.
Oh, turn the music on.
Anything in particular?
No, just turn something on. That was from Buffy earlier when we came in. Yeah. So what? Is this the baseball diamond, I guess? Where did they play it? In Florida? This would be the Florida Marlins? I thought they played in a... Yeah. I mean, I guess I could, yeah. Need it with necessity. Yeah, look, necessity. Yeah, oh my god, empty. Like, there's nothing there.
I vote fuck no.
What arena is that? Is that the... Who the hell is it? It's Florida Marlins? It's not Tampa Bay. Your butt. What other baseball team is down there? Oh, actually, sorry, it's the Miami Marlins now. It's not the Florida Marlins anymore. That's funny. I would assume that's because they've got Jacksonville there too. That kind of makes sense. Maybe turn it down a bit. Yeah, well. No, it doesn't. Wow. Well, I don't understand why the other one won't just install the Virgin TV app. Like, make our life so much easier. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's fine. It's got to be. It's got to be the Miami Marlins. Is it Marlins Park? Yeah.
This is the opposite of Christmas.
Is it good though? Yeah. You can tell though that there's. Yeah. 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 Wow. I didn't mean to. I just stubbed their toe. Nice.
trying to kick this field out from under the table.
Back to back champ? No way. That's amazing. Nice job, man. Congrats. Good job. Back to back champion. Damn. In redraft or uh dynasty or keeper, I guess we could call it. I'm in a keeper league. But it's like a two-player keeper league. Redraft. Damn. How many players from last year did you have on this year's team? I tend to do that a lot. Guys that did really well for me the year before. I do that in other sports mostly. Tyler Shaw was my starting quarterback who won me the championship. Imagine I told you that in August that the backup quarterback from New Orleans was going to be the championship winning quarterback in fantasy football. Y'all would have laughed at me for real. You would have never even listened to me, and I didn't even like I wouldn't even listen to myself either. Cunt's looking fresh, Lucas. Thank you. Did it myself. We rocked it. Bijan helped. Yeah, no kidding. Saquon was the only one from last year, and that's funny because I avoided Saquon like the plague, basically. Hi, baby. Oh, hi. Because like I'm a firm believer in the Madden curse, and so for me, that's where I avoided him like at all costs. It kind of hurt me a little bit. Can't really see it. Oh hi. Oh hi. Hi. What's going on? But yeah, no, I definitely was avoiding Saquon. See, my stupidity was I for some reason um, had the Jalen Hurts Devontae Smith stack. I don't even understand. It got to a point in the year where I was like, I don't even understand why I have this. This is like the dumbest thing ever. Like, I don't even get it. My QB was Brissett. Yo, Brissett killed it though, man, for real. Definitely upset me for most of the year. No, I believe that. That's what I mean. So like even for me, like to make trades because I really love their schedule for the playoffs, right? Like they had one of the easiest schedules, so I was like legit thinking about it. But I was like, man, like I don't honestly I don't wish injuries on anybody. I don't wish anything bad to happen to anybody ever. I really don't. I'm just a firm believer in the Madden curse and the Madden curse doesn't lose. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, he didn't get injured, which is good. That's better already. But he did have like one of his worst years in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? So it's not like he totally went nuts again. And yeah, he was a headache for the majority of the year, right? So like, that was the thing. Like, I just believe in the Madden curse, maybe to a fault, I guess, but to be fair, I know that there was a lot of stressful weeks there. But that's funny actually that you only had Bijan or Saquon from last year because I tend to lean I tend to lean on guys again. For me, I do it a lot in basketball and hockey. Not so much basketball because the talent kind of changes, but in hockey and baseball, for real, I do. I tend to pick the guys that helped me out the last year, and they were that were good for me. I don't know. I have a little bit of a soft spot for them. Hockey, I got Tom Wilson on my team from Washington Capitals. I get him like every year because my league counts hits also too, right? So like hits, block shots, penalty minutes, shots on goal, power play, short end, and he does it all. Like so, I draft him like every year. But yeah, no, it's interesting to see that you only went with the one guy. I would have probably I normally pick the same guys. So like when I can, right? for me, it's kind of like I'm a pretty biased Baltimore Ravens fan, so I tend to get Lamar and or Derrick Henry wherever I can. Mark Andrews has become a real big value pick, or I guess depleted pick, so he can be picked up near the end of the draft now. Probably next year. I mean, I'll be able to get him in like the last round. But so those are guys that I lean to, and then yeah, but I'm in five different leagues. Lamar is my favorite quarterback. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. And not only that, but like he killed it for the first cut, like the first few weeks. He was rocking it out. And then he got injured, right? And I don't know, did he come back early? Maybe, but like the team was 1-4 or 1-5, whatever it was. So like it's not like you got a whole lot of wiggle room when your team's losing every game. Did he come back early? Probably. Will we find out later on or after the season that there's something seriously wrong? Probably. Do I think that he has broken ribs? Yes, I do. I think the knee that he took last week, 2 weeks ago, I think it broke his rib. I honestly do. And for him to be playing this week is crazy. Yeah, and that's the thing with hamstrings, right? Hamstrings, obliques, you know what I mean? These things tend to linger and you kind of just have to like play through them and you're always like hurting. And so that's something that you're thinking about, you know what I mean? Always. And yeah, no, I think he'll bounce back next year. Cuz like he came out on fire this year. Like he was killing it this year. Fucking Josh Allen in the first week, but even then another Derrick Henry questionable call. The other what against New England, Derrick Henry got taken out of the game. It's like, man, I really hope they go into Pittsburgh and just give Derrick Henry 35, 40 carries again. Like I really hope they do that. That's what I'm hoping because that's how they'll win. With Lamar, would I draft Gibbs before Puka in a PPR? Man, I mean, I tend to lean towards running backs. They do tend to hold a little bit more weight, especially a guy like Jameer Gibbs, who gets a lot of rushing and a lot of receiving yards, and then catches right. Um, I know Puka's like a really good receiver for even like a real life receiver. He just kind of catches everything that gets thrown to him for the most part, right? Like even last game, what he had 2 50-yard touchdowns or something like that, called back because of penalty. So it's one of those things where like if he had got those, oh my god, imagine that if he'd have got those. Like I'm not saying that's the way it would have happened, but like all things being equal, if he got another 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, you know what I mean? And then put up another 50 points. He put up like 90 points. That would have been like 120 points in the fantasy playoffs. And that's huge. You know what I mean? And so, like, that's what I mean in the sense that he just like catches everything that's thrown to him. And then you know what? Honestly, I think they should have given him that catch. Like, yeah, it came out at the end, but like legit, almost fucking had it. Like, you're not wrong. Like, it's like it's actually crazy how much he almost had it for real. Didn't even use his other hand either. He just like, had the one hand, and like to an extent, I think he caught that. You know what I mean? Like because he had control of it with his one hand. You could tell that feet in bounds. Then the fumble, right? It should have been a fumble out of bounds, which would have given him the ball anyways. It wouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, yeah, is that a catch? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was a catch and then a fumble out of bounds, which the offense keeps the ball anyways. You know what I mean? That's how I would have ruled it. I mean, I'm no professional football referee, but you know, to me, that's how it looked. Like, I understand, you need to have contact or control through the hit, but like to me, it was I caught it 2 feet inbounds, possession fumble out of bounds, right? Offense keeps the ball. I don't know. I also don't work at Vegas either, right? Most disappointing draft pick this year? Who was my most? Yeah, no, and I'm with you. I thought he had control too. My most disappointing was probably AJ Brown. But like, you know what? I would say Devontae Smith because I picked him super early. Devontae Smith had to be probably be my most disappointing outside of like Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? Like Justin Jefferson, fuck, I followed him to a fault. Mine was Lad. Yeah, Lad really screwed it up. Like, and that's what I mean. Like my one league, I'm so confused too because I had the Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts stack, and like I didn't like them like at all. Like I kind of hated my team, but for the majority of the year, I was in first place and had friggin' the most points scored in the league, and it didn't make any sense to me. Like I mean, I had Christian McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs, so like it made a little bit of sense to me, but. I was like this, like I don't even really like these guys, and they're killing it for me, and uh, but yeah, I think it starts with Justin Jefferson was probably the worst pick. Um, and then you go down to come on. Oh, it won't even let me. You go down AJ Brown. I picked in like the third round. You know what I mean? So Lamar was a disappointment a little bit because he killed it for the beginning of the year, but then he kind of like he really let me down for like the majority of the rest of the year. And like I to a fault, I'm a biased Baltimore Ravens fan, and so yeah, maybe I should like there was the one game where I had actually no, I never even really thought of picking up a quarterback. Right, got AJ in the second of my one league. No, and that's the thing, right? Like fuck, you think you kind of bet on talent a lot more than anything. I feel like to me it was kind of one of those CD was a disappointment. Yeah, I believe that. I never had him actually because I never really wanted him. That being said, I drafted Justin Jefferson, so like instead of CD, I drafted Jefferson. Then there was the other one. Instead of CD, I drafted Christian McCaffrey, which basically carried me. You know what I mean? Chase Brown was a big disappointment for me for a majority of the season. He carried me towards the end, but it was sort of a case of too little, too late. I had a lot of guys get injured in that league. I also had Brock Bowers. He was a big disappointment, man. One of the cool picks that I had was Tyler Warren from Indianapolis. He did really well. Yeah, man. Oh, garbage. Yeah, there was some letdowns for real. That's crazy. Yeah, well, and that's the thing with Puka too. Like Puka's floor is 15. 17 PPR points. The one game against Baltimore, but yeah, those are the points you want out of your running backs, though. And if you're getting running back points out of a freaking out of a wide receiver, that's about all you can ask for. That's the one that that's what I hope to get when I get like Lamar or Josh Allen or somebody like that. Wandale and Fan to save my team off waivers this year. Honestly, dude, Wandale's got to be drafted next year. I'm going to be drafting him in the next year in a PPR league. In PPR, he's got to be drafted and he's got to be played. Like he's shown that he just catches. I think this is 2 years in a row now that he leads the league in targets. You know what I mean? I don't know about leads the league in catches, but he's like one of the most targeted receivers in the league. So yeah, Fannin was huge too. I didn't end up getting him because I again biased to a fault. Had Mark Andrews in two of my leagues, and then in the third league I had So in the third league, I had Travis Kelsey. Then in the fourth league, I had Brock Bowers and Tyler Warren. Those guys let me down. Like my whole team let me down in this league. Like man, I finished last place. Who was my quarterback? Baker Mayfield was my quarterback, and he was all right, but he wasn't really like anything like spectacular. And then I had James Conner go down. I had Tyreek Hill go down. Drafted Justin Jefferson and Chase Brown. Had Brock Bowers. Like man, it was it was a tough year for me for real. Drafted Engram pretty high, like Evan Engram, really from like the tight end. You couldn't have drafted him that high though. But I hear you 100%. Pearsall or Jennings or both today's me bundles. Thank you for the question. Appreciate you. I mean, I'd probably just play both if you can. If anything, it looks like Jennings is their deep threat guy and Pearsall is kind of like their intermediate guy. So in a PPR, I might lean towards Pearsall, but in a non PPR, I'd probably lean towards Jennings. But I think you could start both depending on like I mean I don't even really know what's gonna happen this weekend. So like this is one of those games where you know for a fact these guys are gonna play and play the whole game. So I might consider taking both of them today, and I don't even know what's gonna happen. Some players are gonna sit, some are gonna be. I read a thing that some are gonna be rostered just because the team has to have a certain amount of players rostered, but they're not gonna play. So yeah, I don't know. Also, why is your championship this weekend? Week 18? Come on, man. Like I said, that's the reason we don't do championships on week 18. Damn. That's stupid. Tell your commissioner that's dumb. Yes, terrible. Okay, thank you. You're with me. Yeah, terrible. Tell your commissioner that's dumb. Change it next year. Or else I'd be leaving cuz like how are you going to go in the championship weekend with like all your star players sitting out because friggin' their teams are already secured and then you can't use them? No. In like a real league? Nah, man, I can't. But if I had to, like I said, this game means a lot to San Francisco and Seattle. So I fully expect a game like the LA game. And it's in San Francisco and it's it's going to be nice. The weather's going to be nice. So yeah, no, I'd probably take them both. I don't know if you start Diggs. Yeah, I don't know either, man. See, I don't know, man. Do you? In theory, you do because he is gonna play, but is he gonna play? So yeah, I might take the points today, and I don't know. Hope for the best. I hope that helps, man. I really do. Good luck. Stupid. Angry Broncos fan. Yes. I was in 5 leagues, first, second, third, and the other ones I was in last and eighth. Dude, I'm with you. I was in four, and then I was in a fifth one, but it was a guillotine league, so it ended in like week 11 or something. Fucking my whole team laid an egg at the exact same time in that one, and I got kicked out. Like literally, my point total was like 48 points. My whole team laid an egg. I'm like, are you kidding, man? I, my quarterback was Josh Allen. I had him on. It was on. They were playing on Monday night. I can't remember, but I needed like 74 points from him. He did not get it, but that one was cool. I'll be back in that one next year. That's a cool concept. If you don't know about a guillotine league, I suggest that one. That's a cool concept. But it ends earlier than every other one because it's knockout. The lowest points from each week gets knocked out. No, it is tough, man. It is fun. Yeah, I liked it. You get like a fab, so like the lowest player gets knocked out, and then all of his players become available, and so you get like a fab budget, and you like bid on players. No, it's cool, man. Sometimes like eventually teams get like powerhouses, you know what I mean? Because like you've got all the best players from everybody's team. Like I looked at the guys teams that were that were winning. Like the guy is dropping Saquon Barkley because he's got no need for him because he's got all of the other best running backs. You know what I mean? And so yeah, no, it was definitely cool to be a part of. But yeah, my whole team laid an egg all this time. I was so mad. I was like, oh, are you kidding? Like every single guy. I was like, no way. No way. I don't even care in any other league. I'll bounce back from that. I don't even care. Whatever. Just get me to the playoffs. This one is like, no, I need like the best player. I need you to do your best every game. But yeah, then my other four leagues, I finished third place in two and last place in two. My what? So I don't even really know. My one league, I played Lamar over Brock Purdy in the semifinal matchup. He was playing New England at home, and I was like, and again, biased Baltimore Ravens fan, but like they needed that win, and I was hoping for like a huge game. And then to add salt on the wound, freaking Brock Purdy throws 5 touchdowns against Indianapolis the night after. I'm like, so that one hurt a little bit. The other one I got Puka on Thursday. That one sucked. Being down 50 points from one player. But to be fair, I made it like a comeback. I only lost by like 20 points, so Christian McCaffrey had a wicked night. That was that Monday night. Christian McCaffrey had a wicked night. But yeah, then the other two, yeah, the one league, man, like this is last place written all over it. I'll tell you my draft. Drafted Justin Jefferson, Chase Brown, Brock Bowers, Tyreek Hill, James Conner. That was my top five. Like played against King Henry and still won. Nice. Those are good, man. I like doing those when the guy thinks that he's got it all under control. No, that was cool, man. Nice job. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, Chase Brown, Brock Bowers, Tyreek Hill, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco, DJ Moore, Caleb Johnson. Like these are all my picks, man. No, and we had the injury bug. We had underperforming players. We had fuck. Like I was excited for that team, man. Because that's also not a PPR league, right? So it's a standard league. So I was excited for like guys that don't have a lot of catches but get a lot of yards. The other league, I couldn't understand. I had Puka, and I started 0-7. I didn't understand it at all. I was so confused. Then I actually ended up making a comeback. We ended up being, dude, I was so high on Caleb Johnson too, man. Like I thought that he was going to be something, especially with Aaron Rodgers there. He loves to throw to his running backs too, right? And everything we heard was that the kid could play, and now he doesn't even get like touches. Warner, what's happening? Yo, Andrew, who's winning? Bucks and Panthers, Seahawks, Niners. Honestly, man, I'm taking the Niners and over in that game because I'm expecting a huge game in that one. It's going to be in San Francisco. I mean, we just watched. We watched when LA played Seattle. You know what I mean? And that was in Seattle in like the rain. This time it's in San Francisco. No weather is going to be a factor, right? Number one seed on the line at home. Brock Purdy's been balling out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like the Niners tonight. I don't know. Seahawks are going to put up a fight, though. I think so. And then I don't care for the Carolina Panthers, honestly, man. I don't care. I think I trust Baker Mayfield more than I trust Bryce Young. So I think when it comes down to it, the Bucks are going to win. It's also in Tampa Bay, is it not? Please be in Tampa Bay. Yeah, it's also in Tampa Bay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Joshua, Rico, or Sutton at the flex. Honestly, I don't care for Carolina Panthers. First of all, if your championship is week 18, that's stupid. I'm sorry for you. That sucks. Who's Denver playing? Denver's playing the Chargers. Nah, I don't know. I might go Rico. Chargers have a good defense though. And I don't even know, are they going to play? Nobody's playing in that game. Yeah, I think Purdy will finish the job. And like I'm really high on like putting a bet down on them for the Super Bowl. They're plus 850 right now to win the Super Bowl. It's in it's in San Francisco this year. I didn't realize that. So like the Niners get home field advantage with a win tonight for the rest of the playoffs. Because even the championship game is in their like the Super Bowl is in San Francisco, so it's in their stadium. So like Fred Warner's coming back, right? Bucks winning and then Falcons win against the Saints, both NFC South win. That's such a terrible division, man. Like I don't care for them at all. Chargers without Herbert, so Denver might have a lot of possession. That's true too. And but like Chargers defense is still really good too, right? So, but I yeah, I can see Sean Payton. He's going to commit to the run. I don't know. Like I don't know. I can still see that being like a tough game for Denver. Stuck on benching Diggs. Honestly, I'm with you, man. I hear you. Yeah, I might. I might. Yeah, I might play it. Like, do we have confirmation that he's going to play and play for real? That being said, he does need an X amount of yards to get to 1,000 or something. I think that's what it was. Scared he'll only play the first half. Yeah, no, I hear you. San Fran gets the one seed, they never have to travel. Yeah, no, exactly. He only needs 31. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping it was more like 80. You know what I mean? So then he'll be forced to play. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Then they'll be forced to play him, right? If he needs like 80, but if he only needs 30, fuck yeah, no, he probably only plays the first half. Now, yeah, but like that's like I was saying though, like I'm with you being stuck on benching him, but like I do fully expect Jennings and Pearsall to have a really good game tonight. Yeah, championship game this week. Stupid, so dumb. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Championship game, and you can't even play your best players because you're not sure if they're going to play or not. I read reports of multiple teams saying that they're not even going to play. They're not. They have to dress a certain amount of players in order to be compliant with like the roster rules. But a bunch of them aren't going to play. They're just going to be dressed for the sake of being dressed, so that they don't get fined for not having enough players. You know what I mean? And like this is what we're freaking basing our championship. Herbert's your QB, then you're screwed. What if Josh Allen is your quarterback, right? No, it's all my quarterback in the one league is Jalen Hurts. Hate it, but I won't complain because I lost week 15. Yeah, fair. Still dumb, but I see your point. I understand it. My quarterback is Jalen Hurts in my one league. They've already said they're not playing him. I've got him, Devontae Smith, and AJ Brown. They've already said they're not playing all three of them. So like, what am I supposed to do? I got to get a freaking running back and two wide receivers in a two flex league, the 1-2 flex league. No, my quarterback. Yeah, my leagues are done too. These are I do hockey and basketball as well. I'm actually in second place. I'm in second place in both of them. We're rocking. Yeah, so dumb. So dumb. I was so butthurt in this one league, man. I can't believe it. Can't believe we friggin' like I have Puka and we started 0-7. It was the craziest thing, man. I literally didn't understand any of it. I also had Drake London too when he was doing well with Michael Penix. So like I didn't even understand it at all. All of a sudden, fucking boom. All of a sudden, we friggin' we're 0-7. I did make. Hey, good luck, man. I hope it works out for you. I really do. Good luck. Thank you for joining me. But yeah, no, I definitely will. I probably won't. The first game is gonna suck for real, but the second game is gonna be wicked. Potential the game. I mean, hey, this has got game of the year written all over it. That's like I said. Friggin' Brock Purdy at home, number one seed. Super Bowl's in San Francisco. They have the chance to be at home for the rest of the season. Man, like Jesus. Seattle's the number one seed right now. They need to win. I mean, it could be. Oh, Fryo won the championship. Yes. 13 years. Nice. And first championship. No problem at all, man. Damn. That's actually amazing. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you telling me that. And that's what I mean, man. I try and help you guys as best I can. Am I getting everyone right? No. Do I have certain biased opinions? Yes. That's what I go with, man. But I do tend to use a little bit of common sense and try and look at the information that I have provided to me and make the best judgment call. Right? That's all I can do. I'm glad it worked out. I really am. Congratulations. Drafted Bijan, CMC, London, Hurts, Hampton, Sutton. Later added Scatterboo. Nice. That's nice, man. Scatterboo losing Scatterboo hurt. How'd you draft Bijan, CMC, and London? For real, man. And then you added Scatterboo? Like, was your league sleeping? CMC went second, like, first round in all of my leagues. That's crazy. So you had second pick, so you got Bijan. And then at the 2-3 turn, you were able to get CMC and Drake London. And then at the at the 4-5 turn, you were able to get Hurts and Hampton. Jesus Christ! I mean, don't get me wrong, that's good fucking drafting. Obviously, those are the players you want. Yeah, and that's what I'll laugh at too. I didn't do it because I didn't really. Yeah, people didn't, and you know what? In my one league, it's full PPR. That's the only reason I draft CMC is in full PPR. I don't do them in standard. But I drafted CMC, and then in like round 5, I drafted Brian Robinson because I was like, well, what if? Because I had to have him in one league. You know what I mean? I got to have him somewhere, and especially in PPR. It's like I said, he carried me all the way until like freaking third place, and he almost brought me back from the Puka week by himself. So I will fully draft him. I don't understand that. Like I will fully draft him like any day of the week. That's so weird, man. Didn't want him because of last year. They don't trust him. But that's my point, though. Like I don't know that I quote unquote trusted him, but I drafted Brian Robinson really high because I was like, I don't want him to go down and then have. Yeah, in round 9, I got Brian Robinson. Stupid drafted fucking Nick Chubb. Like, yeah, I picked Brian Robinson super early because I didn't want him to be on somebody else's team. So he literally wasted a roster spot for me all year, and I was totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. Lost in the semis. He had Olave and Purdy. Oh yeah, they did. I had Purdy on my bench. Played Lamar over Purdy. That clearly was a mistake. Oh damn it. That's crazy that he was available all the way in the fucking end of the second round. But that's also something too. Yeah, no, you're definitely sure. You're not wrong. That's what I'll laugh at. Like in my league, for real. Like this one's the most competitive league that I'm in right here. And our draft, that's what I'll laugh at. The Brian Thomas Jr. guys. You know what I mean? Brian Thomas Jr. Devin A. Chain? Nah. I need Brian Thomas Jr. Lamar Jackson? Nah. Brian Thomas Jr. James Cook? Nah. Brian Thomas Jr. That's who I need. Trey McBride? Nah. He sucks. Brian Thomas Jr. He's the one that I need. And the list goes on. Jackson Smith Jigba? Nah. You know what I mean? It's just funny. All of the picks that we made. Thinking that we knew what we were talking about. Imagine all the stuff that went down this year. And if I had told you that some of it would have happened, you would have laughed at me. Started last year and now finished third. And won and now finished third. Honestly, it sounds like your league mates are just sleeping. Because, like, none of those players are available in my leagues. Like, what? Bijan went first round. Christian McCaffrey went first round. Drake London went first round. So, like, oh, she was sleeping. Yeah, but she was sleeping. So, like, you said you got those three guys. They all went in the first round of my league. So, like, yeah, I mean, I like you're not wrong. You're good at drafting, but it sounds like your fucking league mates are just sleeping. I mean, they definitely overvalue players. Yeah, and then Hertz went in the second round. So, like, I don't even who are available in your second round. My second round started out Bucky Irving, Puka, Malik Neighbors, Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Kyron Williams, BTJ, Brock Bowers, Devin A. Chain, Lamar Jackson, James Cook. That was the second round. By the third round, Joe Burrow, AJ Brown, Omarion Hampton, Josh Allen, Trey McBride, Jaden Daniels. There's your fucking quarterback run. Lad McConkey, Jalen Hurts, T. Higgins, George Kittle, Marvin Harrison. JSN was a third round pick. Trey in the thirds is a steal. No, and that's what I mean though. Yeah, Trey in the third was a steal, but like Brock Bowers was supposed to be something. That's funny too. That's where I laugh. Brian Thomas Jr. Need him on my team. Trey McBride, nah, he sucks. Need Brian Thomas Jr. James Cook, nah, he sucks. JSN and Little were my drafted in my second. Yeah, JSN made it pretty far in a lot of my leagues. I guess people didn't really have faith in Sam Darnold after DK Metcalf left. Oh, George Kittle wasn't drafted till like, was he drafted early? Oh, he was drafted in the third round. JSN last year, but totally overlooked him. In my league, what did I do? Fuck yeah. I had AJ Brown over JSN. Like, fuck. No, but that's the thing. You're not making those kinds of mistakes. We'll make different mistakes next year. Yeah, no kidding. Right? I had AJ Brown over him. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. I did that. AJ's normally good for me though. That's the thing. See that's my thing too. Is like I kind of tend to lean towards guys that I've had in prior years, and AJ's been pretty good to me. So I took a chance. But that's the thing. Like I won't make that mistake again. Like I get I do tend to panic sometimes in the draft room because you only get like what like a minute and a half, and like you kind of want to go with your and that's the thing like you kind of want to go with your gut feeling. And that's what I do really is like my gut tells me. And like not for nothing, but I didn't hear nothing really about JSN going this nuts this year. So I don't so I don't even really know like where it came from. Sam Darnold came out of nowhere and really lit it up. So like, there wasn't really any talk of that. So yeah, and I overlooked him too. And you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like for me, AJ was taken as my number one wide receiver. And so for me, I kind of needed that like that floor that AJ was supposed to provide. Fucking first week he gets one catch. It's hockey and basketball. This one's hockey, this one's basketball. We don't do fantasy football in week 18. Yeah. We get points for everything. As soon as you step on the field, it's 20 points. We get points for route runs. If you're targeted, you get points. If you take a sip of water, it's 2 points. Darno coming in and DK leaving, play a big. You know what? And I think, see, that's the thing too, and you see it like a lot all over the place. Is when the number one wide receiver leaves, the quarterback just kind of plays better. Like, and I don't mean like leaves, but also if he gets injured, you know what I mean? Like, quarterbacks tend to get better. Like we saw it even with Tyreek Hill, or sorry, with Tua when Tyreek Hill went down. He kind of started to play better because they're not like they don't feel the pressure to have to throw to this guy all the time, or else like they start getting upset with him, right? So a lot of times when the star receiver goes down, the quarterback kind of does better because he's got that weight lifted off his shoulders. He can kind of just play and do what he wants. And then when you're throwing it to a guy like JSN and he keeps catching it, you're like, yeah, I'll keep throwing it to you. No problem. You keep throwing. And that's what I don't understand really about quarterbacks in general. Like we've seen it with Joe Flacco. Brock Purdy has no weight. He doesn't. But he throws 5 touchdowns a game. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's little. Let's go, Ravens. Yes. Zorro, what's happening? Holidays were wicked. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a wicked day. Hope your New Year is awesome. No mental weight. Why not? That's weird. I think he's in probably the best position. Oh, about the wide. No, you're not wrong. Brock Purdy doesn't care. Yeah. No, okay, yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, Brock Purdy doesn't care. He'll throw to everyone always. And that's what makes him kind of dangerous. Is like there's nobody really that you can key in on to kind of slow him down. He doesn't really care who he throws it to. He just wants to find the open guy. Warner, thank you for joining me, man. I hope you have a wicked day. Thanks for the conversation. Definitely come back. You are awesome. I appreciate you. What's for dinner? Straw Hat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, and you know what? And that's what I was talking about, San Francisco, man. Like Brock Purdy's clicking at the right time, and they're getting healthier, right? George Kittle's coming back. Jennings and Pearsall, Christian McCaffrey is about as healthy as you can hope for. Fred Warner coming back on the defense is really going to help. So I also didn't realize that the Super Bowl is in San Francisco. So like San Francisco has a chance to be at home for the rest of the year. So some beef with gravy and vegetables. Oh, that sounds amazing, man. Hell yeah. It's going to be wicked. We've got some pork roast. I don't know what we're having with it yet, but probably some vegetables. That's wicked. I hope it's delicious. Have a wicked day. Enjoy the games. Well, the one game we'll enjoy. Zorro, there you go, man. You're not wrong. Yeah, man. Have a good night. I appreciate you. Take care. That's what I'm thinking too. Like the 49ers do have a pretty easy schedule. They've got it pretty good the rest of the way. And like that's the thing. Right now, they're a plus 850 on DraftKings to win the Super Bowl, right? So kind of want to put them as like a thing down because I also think Buffalo has the easiest chance that like they have the best opportunity that they could have asked for right now. And so I kind of think that like I think that Josh Allen is the best player in the league. And I feel like he'll do what he needs to in order to win kind of at all costs. So yeah, I think Buffalo, and that's what I mean. I think Buffalo and San Francisco. That's what I'm thinking. They do need to worry about the Rams. You're not wrong, but the Rams got exposed, man. For real, the Rams got exposed, and not only that, but I expected a lot more from the LA offense, especially like and only because it's indoors. Like you figure indoors they didn't have it to deal with any of the elements, right? And they just kind of looked off against now Devonte Adams coming back will be a huge help, and that's going to help a lot. But yeah, I don't know, man. Christian McCaffrey's about as good a back as you can ask for. And when they just watched Bijan go for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, like I feel like they got exposed a little bit. And if there's a team that can take advantage of a weak running defense, or at the very least, what appears to be a weak running defense, it's a Kyle Shanahan run offense. And so Brian, thank you for the heart. You're wicked. What's happening? Yeah, they did get exposed. So they haven't looked like that. Because even when they gave up a lot of points, thank you for the finger hearts. Love you. TikToks. Because even when they gave up a lot of points against Seattle, they were able to score a lot. And they kind of just did what they wanted kind of at will. And so that really to me it showed that even when their defense was struggling, they could still put up the points to really hang with anyone. Join your fan club. Bango, bango, bongo. Thank you. Much appreciated. And but against Atlanta, they kind of didn't really show that. And so as much as and Brock Purdy's been playing awesome, you know what I mean? So as much as I think that LA can take advantage of the weaker San Francisco defense, I feel like Brock Purdy can put up points kind of with anybody. And so, at this point, that's the thing too. I didn't actually realize for a long while that the Super Bowl was going to be in San Francisco. And so with the Super Bowl in San Francisco with the ability to have home field advantage literally for the rest of the year. Ay, ay, ay. Joe, Gofford Burrow. Who's Burrow playing? Oh, Burrow's playing Cleveland. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd want to do that Cleveland defense. Like, they're still like a legit defense. And yeah, I might go oh, damn. That's kind of a shitty pick, man. Because Detroit's on the road in Chicago. I can only imagine that at best, Jared Goff plays like crap because it's outdoors. He doesn't do well outdoors. Eesh. Can we look in a different direction? I'm trying to think. Geno Smith, that might not be a terrible pick. because playing at home against Kansas City, I can only imagine that Vegas needs the loss to secure the number one overall pick. So I can only imagine that they're going to win that game for some reason. Bucks 27-20, Niners 38-24. Vito. I'm going to put those bets in. I'm hoping it. Yeah, I like it. I'm thinking of that too. I'm thinking Niners because they're are they still underdog? They were underdog. I don't know if they still are. Because yeah, if the Niners are underdog, damn dude. Like I'm taking Niners money line and yeah by 2.5. Damn, I'm taking Niners money line and over because they only have it at 47.5 points. Don't get me wrong, Seattle's defense is good, but Joe Esteen or Jalen Warren. I mean, I would probably do Esteen or Jalen Warren. I know it's tough sledding over there. Actually, you know what? Esteen might be a better option just because Pittsburgh and Baltimore is probably going to be a garbage game. I would do Mike Evans actually if I had to choose between the three. Yeah, I don't see why he doesn't have a bounce back game. The Ravens can beat Houston. They can go in all the way. Honestly, dude, if the Ravens make it into the playoffs, I don't see a team that can beat them. Buffalo is going to give them a tough run, and that's only because Josh Allen. Like I fully expect Josh Allen to put on his cape this this playoffs because he's going to need to. Their defense is kind of banged up. He doesn't really have the receivers that he would want, right? He doesn't. The running game is killing it, and so I feel like there's going to be like he's going to need to put on his cape and kind of take it to them, right? And do everything that he can. So I think so. Texans, Patriots, then Broncos. Oh, that's it. Honestly, though, like they should have beat the Patriots. They were stupid, and I don't know why they wouldn't have. And then the Broncos, fuck, let's go, man. You think the Broncos beat Buffalo? See, that's where I'm thinking it's going to be Baltimore and Buffalo in Buffalo for the AFC Championship for the right to go to the Super Bowl. Damn. No, see, I don't know, man. I don't know if Denver can. Denver's defense is legit. Like, and I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. My Super Bowl winning quarterbacks are fucking Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco, right? So, you know what I mean? If I know one thing, it's that a legit defense can win championships. And not for nothing, I'm with you. Like, if there's a defense that can stop him, it's definitely Denver's. Denver's defense is definitely legit. And we watched Houston's defense kind of make Josh Allen's life a nightmare. So I feel like Denver could very well do that. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to bet against it. Exactly. Take Allen off the Bills and it's the Raiders. You're not wrong. And you're and it's probably worse than the Raiders because they've got no star defenders, right? They've got James Cook, which exactly the Raiders, Ashton Genty, but they've got no real like their offensive line is a question. They've got no receivers, right? They don't even really have a tight end as much as their tight ends are all right. They can catch when Josh Allen throws it, but if he doesn't make a perfect throw, and even sometimes when he does make a perfect throw, last week was kind of dumb. I don't understand going for two. I mean, I understood it, but like I didn't. You know what I mean? Gonna go Burrow as long as Higgins and Chase are playing. And honestly, Joe, I think that's the best way to look at it. For real, for real. I think at the very least, Higgins and Chase can win. And we already know where Burrow's targets are going to be going. That's the one thing I love about Cincinnati. It's Joe Burrow, throws to T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Chase Brown. Those are like the three guys, and I love it. I love trees like that. I love when quarterbacks just throw to a few guys. That's like Matt Stafford was for the whole season. Friggin' Devonte Adams and Puka. What Puka would get like 17 targets? Like that's what I don't understand, man. Fuck, quarterbacks, they make it so difficult. Like I feel like if JJ McCarthy would throw the ball to Justin Jefferson 23 times, like Joe Flacco did to Jamar Chase, he would be a very good quarterback because I can guarantee Jefferson catches 10, 15 of those. You know what I mean? So clear favorites. I'd say three NFC teams and then maybe Denver, but it's anyone's game. No, it is anyone's game. You're not wrong. There isn't at this point. There's not one team that kind of puts himself above everyone. New England and Denver have been really good, but yeah, I don't know, man. When push comes to shove in the like Denver is good because they're at home. Denver is hard to play. It's a tough place to play in. That being said, man, with that week off, it's not always a good thing. You know what I mean? Especially for them too. They're not really nursing any injuries. So a team like San Francisco would be wicked to have the first round bye right now because they need a couple guys to come back from injuries and a couple guys to nurse injuries, right? So they would benefit from it a lot. And that's it, man. Everyone's beating everyone. It's like literally any given Sunday, something weird can happen. No, I hear you 100%. And like not only that, but even looking at the playoff teams right now, like New England, Buffalo, okay, fine. Jacksonville, LA Chargers, Pittsburgh, Houston. You know what I mean? Like, who are these teams even? And then even in the NFC, like it's probably going to be Tampa Bay, but the NFC is kind of the same old cast of characters, with the exception of Chicago. Chicago's in there, but Seattle, LA, Green Bay, Philadelphia. At this point, LA is going to go to Philadelphia again. Probably have to play in the snow. Eesh, that didn't work out well for them last time. But yeah, no, I feel like you know what? Honestly, man, Evans with Carolina defense, Warren has to do good for a playoff spot, right? Joe, in theory, your thoughts are very much aligned with everything that I would think too. And so for those reasons, I understand completely what you're doing. But at the same time, dude, what about Baltimore's defense? Come on, man. A Baltimore Ravens fan. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Our defense is good too. My thing with that game is I expect a very sloppy game. And at the end of the day, I kind of trust Baker Mayfield to win against Carolina at home to secure the division and get in the playoffs. So I would, and I do feel like Mike Evans is going to be a big part of it. That being said, I did. Well, yeah, no. See, that's the thing. Like, yeah, it's ranked 27 versus 16, but our defense sucked for the better part of the first half when our offense wasn't doing really well. So then, since since our bye week, it's been one of the best defenses, and we're getting healthy. We're getting the guys back. So yeah, I don't know, man. I benched Jalen Warren in the one league, and it cost me in the semifinals. So I kind of have, I'm kind of upset at myself with that. If it's LA in Philly, I got Philly. Both teams are shaky, but I think the Eagles figure it out. And you know what? At home, they're gonna have to deal with the elements. Matt Stafford doesn't do well outside, and if it's anything like it was last year in the snow, let's say Seattle is the 5 seed, Panthers, Bucks. I could see Seattle losing to Tampa in Tampa. You know what? I could see that too. You're not wrong. Beat Carolina again if it's in Carolina. Seattle would. Yeah, no, honestly, I don't trust Seattle, man. And even if they do for some reason sneak in, you're right. I don't trust them to beat either San Francisco or Seattle. It could be the same as last year. Darnold has a chance for the one seed, loses again, goes on one and done. Yeah, yeah. No, that seems to be the path with him. He's kind of good up until he needs to be good, and then he's kind of dookie. But yeah, and that's the thing. Like Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback. Like he's a former number one overall pick, if I'm not mistaken, coming out of Oklahoma. Like he was good. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, right? So I like him in Cleveland. He was good. Cleveland sucks. Like don't get me wrong. So it's not like Cleveland did anything with him. But dropped him because his O line is bad and hurt. Who? Sam Darnold? Chicago's interested me. Personally, I don't like Williams, but I think they're Baker. Ah. You know what? I think Baker has a decent game this week. I really do. He's at, like I said, he's at like if you can't get up for this game, right? You're at home. You need a win, and you win the division, and you're in the playoffs at home in front of your fans. Like, I mean, if you can't get up for this game, you're in the wrong profession, my friend. And like, it's against Carolina. Like, it's the fucking Carolina Panthers, man. Like, let's get real here. Chicago is interesting. You know what? I think they are a year away. I'm with you, but Ben Johnson being there has really changed Caleb's career around, and so I think I like that. Looks like a funeral. No, it doesn't. Come on. Inactives. Anybody? No. James Dean being out might be a thing, but I have to go and like search it. Over under 43 and a half. Luther or Rico. Man, I don't know how we don't. Young has a WNBA shirt. No, he fucking doesn't. Fuck off, man. Like, also, why the hell do see? And this is the thing. Sorry, Jaden. I would go Luther Burden. I don't know how you don't go Luther Burden at this point. Like for real. And also, I don't care about the Carolina Panthers for real. It's on the Panthers Instagram. Oh my god, that's amazing. See, that's the thing. That's my thing. Like with the WNBA, is like, why do we have to care about it? Like for real. I mean, I don't mean to sound like a dick or nothing, but like, there's only real one way to put it. Like, why do I have to care? My wife doesn't give a shit at all about friggin' the WNBA or women's sports in general. So, like, if you can't get women to watch women's sports, why the fuck do I have to care about it? I don't care. I have men's sports to watch and to care about and to worry about. I don't care about WNBA. They suck. Like, to me, it's not a good product. You want people to watch? Get a good product. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, sorry about that. Fuck off with your fucking WNBA. We're gonna go on strike. Cool. I don't even know. I've never even watched one game, so it's not gonna affect me, man. There's still gonna be men's sports on that I'll watch. Pay us what you owe us. Oh yeah, yeah. 13 teams going on strike for like on an employer that loses money every year. Like we don't make any money. We're going on strike. We want to get paid more. Like how do you get paid more from zero? Like, there's zero there. Like what the fuck, man? Anyways, what can you say? What can you do? And that's the thing too. Like it's only yeah, well, and that's the thing too. Like it's only cool because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese having like this rivalry, which like Clark doesn't even really care for. And Angel Reese is so jealous. You can tell she's so jealous of Caitlin Clark. And it's like, it's hilarious. But also, like, why do you guys care that this one player is making your league so good? Like, what the hell? Like, people are your league is getting more recognition because of this one player, and you guys are all bitter about it. That's the problem with women. You know what I mean? Like, one player gets all the attention, and you guys are all bitter. Like, oh, we've been here for longer, and like people come to watch me too. So what, man? So freaking what? Why can't you just enjoy that your league is doing better because of this one player? Like, why are you getting all jealous and bitter of it? It's so dumb, man. Andy, fantasy football is over and I'm sad. Yeah, I understand. That's why I do hockey and basketball and then baseball when those are all done, because so I have something else to do. The NBA was as popular as middle school basketball. No, you're not wrong. And you know what? And honestly, in some U.S. states, the WNBA is less popular than middle school basketball. There's like high school basketball games that get thousands of fans showing up in droves to watch the team, right? Because it's going to be a good game. What did I watch? I watched one thing. There was a tennis match. The number one women's tennis player in the world, Arena Sabalenka. She played some guy. I can't remember who it was, but he was ranked number 674, and he beat her in straight sets. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, why don't we watch women's tennis? Why don't we watch women's sports? Because men are just better. Like, it's just a better game. It's more fun to watch, which is stupid because it's more rigged, because there's so much money being bet on it. That's the thing, really, like in general. Like, it's your league isn't good because there's not enough money being bet on it. You know what I mean? Like, think about it realistically. If there was more money being bet on the WNBA, everybody and their brother would be promoting the WNBA, and they'd make sure that it was shoved down your throat even more than it is, right? But there's not enough money being bet on it, so therefore there's not enough money in it, and like TV ratings don't really care because nobody well, if I own a TV station, why am I going to put your game on that nobody watches? You know what I mean? When I can put something on that people are actually going to watch. So yeah. Anywho, life, as they say, will go on. But no, yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm excited for today's, like, not this game, Carolina Tampa Bay. I'd rather watch the Pro Bowl. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm with you. I'm with you. And I don't want to watch the Pro Bowl at all. Oh my god. That's funny. That's funny. I like that. Vito, my man. Nice, coming in clutch. Yeah, the Pro Bowl stinks. You're not wrong. Like, I don't even know what happened to it. Like, it used to be bad, but now it's just way worse. And they make it being played the week before the Super Bowl so that you're like forced to watch it because nobody was watching it when they played it after the Super Bowl. But like, it's so stupid too, because like the guys in the Super Bowl that would have made the Pro Bowl don't even play in the Pro Bowl because they're playing in the Super Bowl. Like, it's oh yeah. Yeah, no, I don't get it. And yeah, I watched some of it last year and it's so dumb. It's so dumb. But yeah, tonight's game, I can't believe San Francisco is fucking a 2.5 point underdog. That's crazy, man. At home, too. That's nuts. But yeah, Tampa Bay should beat Carolina relatively easy. You know what I mean? Should do it mid-season, do activities that would be fun. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, they got to do something because like, and then like the NBA is stupid too. Gives a bye week and rest. Yeah, but even still, like, you're getting up, you got to put something on, right? So you're kind of using your energy for that. I don't know, man. I don't know that I have like a legit answer for it. I do like hockey. They've done something stupid now, but I liked when they used to do North America versus the world. That was their All Star game, and that was pretty cool. You could also make it mean something. Like baseball, it doesn't anymore, but baseball's All-Star game used to decide who the like which conference represented the World Series. So like you'd play the All-Star game, and then whoever won, whichever team won, they would host the World Series. And that was cool. That was something to play for. but then even they started that because they stopped doing that because like managers in the All Star game would kind of use players that like they would overuse teams players, they would underuse other teams players because they're trying to win, right? They want to win to get the World Series. You know what I mean? So like they'd use the best players on other teams, and then they go back to their teams and they get injured or whatever. And so that yeah, but that was cool. Like it meant something, and like you'd actually watch it and pay attention to it before the season, the weekend, in between preseason and week one. Actually, I don't. That would be all right. Do it the Pro Bowl from last year, like last year's All Stars, do some sort of thing. That'd be all right. I could get behind that. Or even because they have whatever that game is called in August before the preseason. Like I could do something before that. MVP and Pro Bowl gets 5 million, something to get motivation. Yeah, I did. Do they not get something? I think they get something and a trophy, something like that. I don't know. See, the problem with the All Star game is that players don't want to go hard in it, and this is sports in general. The players don't want to go hard in it because they don't get paid for it. And then if something happens, um, then it ruins their contract in like the season. That was something that comes up all the time in the playoffs because playoffs people stop getting or even the Olympics, for example. The Olympics you don't get paid for in your contract. You kind of get paid. What happens is there's like a pool of money and you get paid that way, right? They all kind of like everybody gets paid from the pool of money that they brought in. But if you go there and you get injured or anything, right? They don't like it ruins your contract. And then like not only that, but you come back, then you don't have the numbers, right? And then come next contract negotiation, you don't have the numbers to really fight it. So yeah, no, I do. I mean, it sucks from a fan point of view, but I do understand it. You know what I mean? Pro Bowl should be the guys trying to prove they're good and trying to become a starter. Yeah, hey, there you go. Make the Pro Bowl all the second string guys that have something to play for. Rick, no problem at all, man. I appreciate you. Week 16 by 2 points? No. And then, of course, you won week 17 by 80 points. Fuck. It almost doesn't feel good. But it does. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. I got third place in 2 leagues. Good job, buddy. Hey, you know what? It's not terrible. Dallas, Gentier, Jacoby Myers, CJ Stroud, Tyler Shaw. Who's Houston playing? You're still playing in your playoffs, man? Championship week? That sucks. Henry Purdy and Bijan week 17. Oh man. Imagine we had that in the championship. We would have killed it. Ah. Championship commission slow. Man, tell your commission to fucking wake up, man. We don't do week 18. Good lord. Yeah, no, I believe it. Got Puka and Gibbs. Hope they play. Exactly. Like you're hoping for your guys to play or play the whole game because, and in championship, I shouldn't have to worry about that. That's so dumb, man. Fuck, that sucks. Yell at your commissioner for me. Tell him. Win with Andrew on TikTok says you're dumb for having championship in week 18. See, I Jacoby Myers has kind of earned mustard territory for me. Like I think he's really gelled over Genty though. Probably, you know, like that's the thing. Like that Kansas City defense is for real. Told my commissioner he said to make the league PPR. Nice. Hopefully he does. That'd be wicked. Hopefully he does, man. Standard leagues suck for real. Like they suck. I hate them. PPR is so much better. It just gives you so much more of a pool to work with. Yeah, I'd probably go. I Yeah, the Raiders are so much tanking. I'd probably go Myers just because it would appear that the Jacksonville has more to play for. I don't know that I trust Genty so much. And then CJ Stroud, Tyler Shaw. Who's Houston playing? I don't even know, man. Houston's playing Indianapolis. I mean, Indianapolis, we watched Brock Purdy throw 5 touchdowns against. Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'm not even really paying attention to the fantasy this week because I don't do week 18. No way. I got Nico. You know what? Yeah, we watched Brock Purdy throw over 5 touchdowns. I feel like CJ Stroud can get 25 points. You know what I mean? Brock throwing 4 picks today. No way. Is he? Timmy, you got the script? Tell us. I'm thinking San Francisco money line and the over. This guy's saying Seattle and under. Damn. Yeah, Dallas. I think I would go the CJ Nico stack. And then Jacksonville, yeah, they still have a chance at the number 1 seed. It probably won't happen, but they need a win. And I think Jacoby Myers has kind of earned must-start territory. Trevor Lawrence really likes him, right? It's weird that receivers come over mid-season and kind of gel so quickly. But I think, yeah, Niners still win because Darnold with 5. No, Vito, savage. Sean McVay does to Sam Darnold the same as what Michael McDaniel does to Brock. Damn. Is that so? I don't know, man. Brock Purdy's kind of balling out right now. And even still, like we watched Matt Stafford cut up Seattle's defense. And that was on the road in Seattle in the rain. Is it going to be raining tonight? I haven't heard anything about that. Because if it's not, it's going to be like perfect weather. Godwin startable over Washington or Burden. I mean, Frankie, Godwin is startable. I don't know why not. But over Burden, who's Chicago playing? I just seen that. Against Detroit's defense, Chicago needs to win. I kind of trust him more. I might play Burden over Godwin. Caleb Williams really likes him. Purdy is 2-1 against McDonald and 6-1 against Seattle. No way. Beto bringing up the numbers. Numbers don't lie. That being said, something's got to give, right? Seattle is what? This is the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Booyah. Damn. Dude, this got game of the year. Supposedly rain during the Seahawks 49ers game. Frankie telling us rain. How much rain though? How much rain though? Like the rain yesterday. Eduardo, thank you for the follow. I don't know if you guys watched. What was the game I was watching? The Navy game. Navy versus somebody. Dude, that was pouring rain, man. For real, for real. That was coming down. You could tell. Like they couldn't even friggin' run. They were just slipping, sliding. Of course, I had the under fucking defensive touchdown with 2 minutes left to go. I was so pissed. But if it's just like a little bit of rain, that's whatever. That's nothing. Eduardo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Let's see what the L Weather Channel says. You want to know another interesting thing? Vito, I love knowing interesting things. And also, I love when they don't make any difference in life at all, but they're super interesting. I love it. We're going to San Francisco between start Purdy or Lawrence. Flood warning. Holy Mackinac. Wow. That changes things a little bit. I mean, if there's going to be a flood in San Francisco, I don't really know that I want to start Brock Purdy in that. What is it? So 8 o'clock is gonna rain 2 millimeters, 0.2. 20 kilometers of wind, not too bad. Yeah, it does look like it's gonna rain and it's gonna be a little bit windy, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be too bad. Rogers versus Ravens, 4-1. Oh shit, son! Started off with a and finishing with a loss. Hey, welcome to the league and say goodbye. Yes, I love it. Um, it does sound like there's gonna be some rain, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be too much. And then 20 kilometers of wind is like 10 miles an hour, give or take. It's like 12 or something. So that's not too bad. But at the same time, like we did watch Matt Stafford go completely nuts against Seattle's defense. Yeah, just normal wind. It doesn't sound like maybe for like long kicks it might factor into it, but yeah, for and maybe like really long down the field throws it might factor into it, but yeah, no, it shouldn't be too bad. And like we watched Matt Stafford go nuts against Seattle's defense in the rain too, like in a little bit of rain. It wasn't like raining, but it was pretty much the same weather. And like I don't know, man, I kind of like Brock Purdy looks really good right now, and he's got his weapons back. You know what I mean? Jennings is there, Pearsall's there, George Kittle's there, CMC's doing his thing. You know what I mean? So I really like what they're doing right now. They're a fun team to watch, is what they are. Because even that game last week, like yeah, like their defense is struggling. I'll give you that, but it seems like Purdy can just find whoever he wants, and he doesn't mind throwing to anyone. That's his thing too. It's like some quarterbacks get stuck. Oh my god, seriously, and I had the die one. I didn't do it on purpose. That was my bad. But yeah, no, we like yeah, the defense is struggling over there, but I think like Brock Purdy looks good right now. You know what I mean? And we saw him last week be able to just keep putting up points, like at all, like at ease. Even when there was nobody open in the red zone, he's running it in. What, 2 rushing touchdowns? You start having to worry about the quarterback running. That's another element too, right? It says light rain at 8, probably be the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. Oh, like 8 o'clock. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that because that's 5 o'clock here. So it says 8 o'clock. Their tackle is out. Oh shit, dude, I like that, man. I love that. Little stupid things like that. It's things that you don't fucking normally look at. That's the things too. Also, Kobe Bryant is gonna be out. Kobe Bryant, really, yup. Kobe Bryant unlikely to play Saturday. Heyo, that's big too. Unlikely to play. Yes, sir, Frankie. Right? Give us something to. This is the things too. This is what gives us something to think about. Giovanni, Jadon Blue or Drake London? Is Jadon Blue gonna play? Is he starting? Because I might do him. Honestly, I don't know that I would want to do Drake London. Oh, what about this guy? Josh Jones, also another offensive lineman for Seattle, listed as questionable. He'll probably play, but that's crazy. Yeah, Bryant doubtful, Cross out. Another offensive lineman questionable with an ankle injury. This team's winning and they don't know who's in and who's out. No, you're not wrong. No, you're not wrong 100%. That stuff gets me all the time. Trust me, man. Trust me. I'm with you 100%. I don't do like that in-depth research and it does come back to bite me a lot of times. Both Williams and Davis are out this week for San Francisco. Is that who you're talking about for San Francisco? But like also it doesn't even like that. Oh, Cowboys running back. Yeah, no, he's talking about the Cowboys running backs. Both Williams and Davis are out this week. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I could go. Yeah, Jadon Blue. I mean, running backs kind of hold a little bit more weight to me than wide receivers. Why are you playing your championship in friggin' in week 18? Like that's what my question. That's dumb. Tell your commissioner to change that next year. That being said, Vito, though, there is a chance that Trent Williams doesn't play tonight, which will be big. But that kid yesterday or last week that came in, I mean, I guess he's not like a kid, but it was what's his face? He came in and did really, really well. They were high praise for him. Austin Pleasance, high praise for him. There you go. This guy knows. Got fifth because my players wanted to get hurt during the season. Oh, dude, my one league I got last place because my guys wanted to get injured. That's what I was talking about earlier. I had the one league I had Tyreek Hill, James Conner, Brock Bowers, all in the same league, and then I also had Chase Brown and Justin Jefferson. Like, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, it was nothing short of a nightmare all fucking season long. Didn't realize that San Francisco's defense ranks number 6 against the run, even with all the injuries. Interesting. Fantasy is definitely different now compared to 10 years ago. You got to draft average to win. No, you're not wrong, man. Like sometimes, yeah, you shoot for the stars, and like a lot of my teams were built off like what if, like what if these guys go nuts, and yeah, a lot of them didn't work out for me. Because like even in my one league, I had Travis Kelsey. He didn't do anything. Tyreek Hill did well up until his injury, but of course he got injured. That's the thing too. Like you can't even really predict injuries, man. And like they get you. And if you're in any sort of competitive league, all your league mates have scooped up all the other guys because you don't have any spot to put them on your team. And the thing about wide receivers is it's not normally like a plug and play situation to where the injured player goes down and then the backup just comes in and does his thing like running backs. And that's where it hurts a lot. Everyone drafted CMC. The news came out last second. No, you're not wrong. It came out like the first week, right? Like we all see, but that's the thing too. Like even we drafted him knowing that he was going to be out for the first 4 weeks because he was going to get put on injured reserve, and we also drafted him thinking that it could be like 8 weeks, and we still drafted him, right? Or we didn't. That was before. But like this year, I drafted CMC because he was also a what if. Like if he is anything like he has been, he's gonna carry me, and he did. He carried me all season long. But I drafted Brian Robinson like super early because I was like, I don't want somebody to have him on their team, and then something happens to CMC because Kyle Shanahan's offense is good like that. The backup goes there, the starter goes down, the backup comes in and just like goes nuts. So, but yeah, no, you can't predict injuries. I don't really like to try and predict injuries. I know it sucks, That's CMC and Dak. Rudy, yes, congratulations, good job. CMC killed it for sure. But that's the thing too. Like my quarterback was Lamar. He got injured. I had AJ Brown, who I was super excited about, and he duffed it for the majority of the season. You know what I mean? I had like yeah, my one league. Oh, I had nobody do well for me. Yeah, I had friggin' Justin Jefferson, Chase Brown, Brock Bowers. I had AJ too and Tyreek. I had Tyreek as well. Yeah, Tyreek was one of my guys. James Conner was another guy. Like all these guys, they just duffed it for me. They either duffed it or they got injured. My other team, I had no idea. I had Puka, and I started out 0-7. So like I have no idea what happened with that team. That one I'm just confused on, like for real. There's a lot of luck involved, no doubt. No, you're not wrong, and that's the thing. Like you gotta have the luck in the sense that your players get healthy, because it's not always a thing where you can like you can just plug and play the backup, especially with wide receivers, right? Like you can't just grab like because a lot of guys get taken, and I even look like a perfect example, Drake London. You can't just grab Darnell Mooney and have him get you Drake London points, right? It turned out to be Kyle Pitts. You know what I mean? Tyreek Hill goes down. Somebody's got Jalen Waddle, unless you drafted him. In which case, a lot of times, why are you drafting the same players from the same team? The only one that I do that with is Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. But these are guys that are getting freaking picked, right? Like Jamar Chase goes down, you can't pick up Andre Yoshavash and get Jamar Chase points. Hey, not a chance. You know what I mean? Running backs kind of they're different because you can pick up the backup and like a 21 dive is a 21 dive, right? And you don't really need to know anything more than take the ball, run through that hole, and go. And so they get like we saw Rico Dowdle, right? He went nuts, but we saw what that could have, right? That effect it could have. But there's a lot of luck in your wide receivers getting injured, and then there's also a lot of luck in drafting the backup running backs for if the starters get injured. But at the same time, like I hate that too, because like I don't ever wish injuries on anybody, and I don't want to hope for anybody to get hurt. And so it's hard for me to do that. You know what I mean? To draft backups and shit like that. Connor, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So yeah, I mean, I did it, and I do it right, but like, I don't really know who to pick. One of the guys dropped Zach Charbonnet in my league, which was weird, so I picked him up. But he's one of those guys that like you pick up. But even guys like like a Tyler Alligator, like if Bijan goes down, he'll kill it. But if Bijan doesn't go down, he's just a wasted roster space. Whereas a guy like Zach Charbonnet, excuse me, he's flex playable at least, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. There you're not wrong, Rudy, though. There's a long way of saying you're not wrong. There is a lot of luck involved in it. You could draft the best team full of the best players. Your guy goes down, you get a couple guys go down, like you get 3, 4 guys go down, you're out. Like you're automatically way behind. You know what I mean? And so if you get one guy go down, that hurts. But if you get like 3 or 4, your season's pretty much over, and that's the shitty part about fantasy football. Unless you're like really combing the waiver wire, and you get super lucky hitting on your waiver wire pickups, like your season's almost over. And like that's the thing too. Like my one league is a little bit different because we count return yards. So I can pick up, for example, that Malik Washington guy in Miami, the third string wide receiver. he is also their kick returner. So he gets points for return yards as well as catches, and it's a PPR, so as well as catches and yards and touchdowns and all that sort of stuff. So like him, I remember the one game he got 4 catches for 0 yards, but because he had of his return yards, he got me 20 fantasy points. So he got 160 return yards for 20 fantasy points. So like that's where I like that league in the sense that it kind of gives you somebody that you can pick up, that you can play, that is like a kind of a different route you can go to still get good points without having to have like a superstar player. So like also that DK guy from Tennessee, he was really good. He finished in like the top 20 of players, and he was a good one too because he was also their return man. So like he gets return yards as well as they also made him a prominent part of the offense later in the year. So he was a really good one too, and that can kind of alleviate some of the pressure of losing a top guy just because like I felt confident playing these guys knowing that I would get. Like I remember the one week, Debo and Terry McLaurin went down, and Luke McCaffrey ended up being the number 1 receiver, but he was also the return man. And so even though he actually got 0 catches for 0 yards in that game, he got me 20 fantasy points because of, or it might have been 18 because of the return yards, right? And I felt really confident playing him because of the return yards. So those are little things that that like tend to stand out. I know that return yards aren't in every league. I would kind of suggest it. Make it, if your league has a suggestion box. I know I'm the commissioner of a lot of my leagues, and so I don't as a commissioner I don't have a suggestion box. But if your league has a suggestion box, you know what I mean? Maybe drop it in there and let them know that return yards might not be a terrible idea. Just kind of gives you a different route to go if you don't get like the star players, right? That was the thing too with Kyron Williams. He was also a really good player because he was also their return man, right? So he would be whatever points he would get as their starting running back, but also their return man. So he would get return points too, right? So at the end of it, you also got to like your team, right? And like I like it when I can use uh like nobody players and still get points enough to win the matchup because of the return yards. Like those things that makes me happy. Equally makes me very upset when it doesn't, like when it happens against me. But it also kind of gives you a good floor, right? Like you get a floor of your players is higher than a regular receiver. Like there was times where I was playing that Washington guy. I also had Jalen Waddle. So Tyreek went down, but I would play Washington over Jalen Waddle because the return yards actually made him a better play than Waddle. As much as Waddle ended up doing really well, Washington was a better play because of the return yards. Excuse me. Oh well. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me. Injuries screwed me for years. CMC was healthy this year. Go Niners, yes! CMC screwed a lot of people, but you know it. When he's healthy, he's the best player in the league. He's the closest you can get. My one league has 100-yard bonus points for 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving, and he's the closest that you can get to getting the double bonus. And so he's wicked. I really like him. He's a lot of fun. Only in PPR league though. Yeah, right. He gets the bonus for both, but only in PPR though, right? Because like there's a lot of times where he goes like 6 or 8 catches for like 50 yards. You know what I mean? So or 40 yards. But alrighty, guys, I got to get out of here. Thank you very much for joining me. Rudy, no problem at all, man. You are awesome. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Go ahead and hit that follow button, subscribe if you haven't. Share this with your friends or anyone you think might find this type of stuff enjoyable. Maybe get some value out of it. Let's make it happen. Good luck in your matchups this week if you have any. Let's go. Hopefully you guys enjoy the games this weekend. Let's rock it out. I look very forward to seeing you again. I love you guys.